Now, India will be playing a pivotal role in the G7 outreach program. Remember, India is not a part of the G7, but there are several countries that have now been campaigning for a G10, or as many argue, a D10, or the 10 most powerful democracies in the world which are powerful economies. Now, democracy is shaping a multipolar world. That is India's key focus area, key result area. Instead of an individual, it should be, or a country, it should be a group of countries, that shape the course. Supply chain management, that's very important. Now there's new leadership coming in several countries, and this would be Prime Minister Narendra Modi's first interaction with several of those leaderships. Remember, Narendra Modi is now amongst the senior most world leaders, having won 3 elections back to back. 2014 to 19, 19 to 24, and 24 onwards. Whereas you have US President Donald Trump, who's come in, but after a gap, you have several other leaders who've done either one tenure or some in their second tenure, but nobody in their third tenure in terms of powerful democracies across the world. That's the kind of heft and experience that India also brings to this table. Prime Minister Narendra Modi brings to the table. Also, the fact that India is a very powerful democracy and a rising economy, the world's fastest growing large economy, a country that they yet gives direct benefit transfer to 800 million people, more than the population of several countries in Europe. And that's something that's discussed very extensively in these countries. That, how is India emerging as that growth engine? And I want to bring in Pranay Upadhyay for more on this. And Pranay, that's where India's role in G7, even though we are not a part of G7, becomes very critical, and perhaps something new may just emerge. Pranay, what do we expect?
Gaurav, you rightly pointed out, if you see the composition of G7 countries, which is considered as the developed economies grouping, out of these developed economies, India is a better economy. India is a bigger economy as compared to four other member countries of the G7 grouping, be it France, be it Italy, be it Canada, or even Japan. We are at par with Japan. So this clearly shows that what India brings to the table on the G7 platform. So this clearly shows the strength of India's outreach, and that's why since 2002, 2003 onwards, India has consistently received the outreach invitation by every country which has hosted the G7 grouping. This is the economic importance of India. But India also comes with a unique depth, which is the diplomatic depth here, because this summit is happening at a time when the world is reeling through intense escalation of conflicts. But be it Russia-Ukraine conflict, India enjoys good relationship with both Russia and Ukraine. India enjoys good relation with Israel and Iran. And India has also offered that if the need arises, we are ready. We stand by to help either parties to reach a diplomacy and a peace solution, a negotiation. If they want to come to table, we are there to help them out. So this clearly shows. And in fact, if you mentioned about President Donald Trump. President Donald Trump is considered as a great disruptor as far as the established orders are concerned. But in the 51st G7 summit, there are already talks about the expansion plans to have more relevant partners. People have already propped up the idea of inclusion of China. But if China need to be included, why not India? India comes with a very good credentials, being a democracy, being an emerging economic superpower, and also the most populous country on the planet. So therefore, India comes with a unique experience and unique strength as far as the
Okay.
G7 is concerned.
Very important point you bring here, Pranay, for joining me here on this India Today special broadcast. For the moment, Pranay Upadhyay, many thanks.